Florida's newest and best in radio, Sunshine Radio 96.7 FM.
Hello there, this is Keith, the boss of the beach, coming to you. And of course, we have had a wonderful week here, but we want to say thank you for tuning in. And we're going to be talking about a lot of information for veterans. So stay tuned for more, and we're going to let you know what it is.
All right. Well, hello there. We're back again. Of course, this is WVETonlineradio.com, and I'm Keith, the boss of the beach, and we want to say thank you for listening. Today was one of those beautiful days in paradise, and I actually spent some time at the Y. I don't know whether it's the YMCA, YWCA, but they had a pool and a bunch of stuff, and I want to say thank you. I loved it. Air conditioning was great, and I loved what they do in support of our veterans. Shout out to all the people at the Ys, and don't forget, we're still coming. This is one of those beautiful, beautiful, beautiful weekends that just passed. And we want to let everybody know that we all had to stand down for just a moment and remember D-Day. This is the 77th year of D-Day, since D-Day. We got a chance to hear a lot of great stories and a lot of other good things. And one of the comments I want to make is, most people don't know, when the ships pulled out of England at 4 a.m, about 10 o'clock that night, they had secured the beaches. So D-Day really only lasted 18 hours before they landed. But what a landing, a lot of death. And the next side was Midway, so don't forget, those are some things we're going to just talk about today. And over the weekend, we went out and did a live remote. And I want to say hello to Raymond. And we're going to talk a lot about that today. And we did get a chance to do an interview, so stay tuned for parts 1, 2, and maybe a little ending with 3. Don't forget, Raymond, Tampa, St. Pete, one of our live events. And we want to thank you. And of course, you're tuning in, St. Pete Radio, 96.7 FM, the top of paradise. Stay with us and come right on back and enjoy the rest of this show.
Hi, this is Tim with WVETonlineradio.com, Voice for Veterans. Today I'm out at the Veterans Memorial Park in Tampa, Florida, right off of US 301. And I have a very special guest with me. If you want to go ahead and tell the people who you are.
Yes, this is Raymond Osborne. I'm a veteran. Served in the United States Navy, 6th Fleet, and I have a heart to help fellow veterans out, especially like myself who are in business for themselves. So I've organized these brown bag luncheons, and I like to do them in parks so that everybody can bring a brown bag lunch and not have to get stuck ordering stuff. But the whole idea is to help veterans who own businesses to help each other, and also recognize those companies and retailers and service industry that give discounts to veterans. So that's why we're here today at the Veterans Memorial Park here in Tampa, right in front of the Rear Admiral Leroy Collins Jr. Veterans Museum, which I hope to visit one day. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Okay. So how long have you been doing this for?
Well, not a long time. I've done a lot of networking. I have a lot of experience in doing networking. There is power in networking, meeting people. In fact, I was involved in some, back in the 90s, I was involved in some Christian businessmen's breakfasts, and we'd have some opportunities to network. So I've been networking all my life, and that's part of the secret to success, is to be able to meet like-minded people, get some synergy going, help each other out. And that's why I'm doing this. I just have a heart for veterans. This past Memorial Day was very meaningful to me. I went out to several different cemeteries and laid some flags, and for all this, to recognize all the soldiers that, for our freedom. And this is kind of a carryover from that. So I should get out there and help my fellow veteran businesses.
Do you have a website for the brown bag?
Yeah, I have two business models. They're like vertical integrated companies. One is called A1research.com, and that's on, you can find it on the internet. You can find us in social media, real big in social media. There's a lot of good veteran groups, I might add, in social media. If anyone wants to get out there and meet some other business people doing the same thing and get up to events, there's some very good veteran-owned business organizations too. There's the Florida Association of Veterans of Business. There's the V4V, and we bring these ideas and technologies and research and find out how we can help our fellow veterans. And you can find us there on the internet, or you can find us in social media at a1aresearch.com. And my other business model, which as I mentioned, is vertically integrated, is one called A1A Choice Plans. I'm a licensed health and life insurance agent. And that's the whole idea behind research, is making the smart choice. And that's what we do, is using different technologies. We find out the best possible health insurance plans for not only veterans, but their families and their friends. And that's really important, because each health insurance plan has different side of weaknesses and strengths, and it's really important to get a good match. And I know with veterans, I myself, I use the VA clinic, and they're very good. But I want a little bit more than that, so I want to have like a primary care physician I can visit to. If I'm getting a delicate procedure, I may want to return to the private marketplace. So I have a plan with Humana, and Humana Honor Plan actually pays me back part of my Part B premium in Medicare, so that's kind of helpful. But I'm really down to research, helping people research the best and make the smart choices in their life and for their business.
Well, I hope you're enjoying this great interview. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more on D-Day.
Really important to say. I want to hear a pin drop. Stop moving, gather around. This is really, really important, okay? Okay, hold on.
Get your ass in the water.
This feels like the old days?
I was always fearful of going back. I could get rid of the demons that I had about going back. However, in the past couple of years, I said, at my age, I'm ready for anything.
He hasn't been back in 75 years. I mean, it's pretty amazing today to go into St. Mary Iglesias and see 30,000 people there just to shake your hand, just to say hi. And it's so important that you guys know, after 75 years, we don't forget.
I see that in my mind like it happened yesterday.
We thank you for everything you have done for us. You sacrificed your life to save ours and to give us back our freedom. Thanks to your brave acts, we can walk again on this Norman beach. We owe you more than thanks. You're real heroes.
Question, without hesitation, and without complaint. These men ran through the fires of hell, moved by a force no weapon could destroy, the fierce patriotism of a free, proud, and sovereign people.
I've never forgotten them, and you're with me. I know of 48 of my comrades are in there. Ralph Courtney, Amos Savoy, Henry Unger. This is so precious to be with them. God, thank you, God.
Bring you guys back here is such a blessing, such an honor. It means a lot. I'm glad you guys are here. Without the game of football, I would never have this opportunity, this platform to do what I'm doing. To bring all you guys back here, to be together with your brothers. All you guys were here during the war together. You guys know what it's about, to be part of a team, to be part of a brotherhood. Because of you guys, we can live in this country free.
Never had the chance like we're taking now to stop and take a look at this.
I've become emotional. Seeing all the crosses out there, each one of them was a human being. He wanted to live too.
They were mostly young men, 18, 19, hardly more than boys. They died on the beaches of Normandy, across France, Germany, and Italy. They never lived to love and marry a woman or feel the joy of a newborn baby in their arms. They never lived to old age, but millions of people did live and live in freedom because of the sacrifices of the American and the Allied fighting man of 75 years ago. The fighting men of the greatest generation. We will never forget them.
A soldier sometimes has to go through things that people don't know about, and a lot of times we don't bother to tell them. Y'all's done something I would have thought impossible if you'd told me what you was going to do. I'd have said they can't do it. Impossible. I was just coming in on this end up here. My first objection to that lowest gun emplacement.
How does it feel to be here again?
Not like it felt the first time. To think 75 years later, seemed like yesterday. Sometimes I still feel like I'm going to wake up and it's not going to be true. I wish it would go away. I wish it'd go away. I don't feel myself a hero. I feel they're all the heroes.
I have 4 Bronze Stars. I have 5 battle campaigns, 2 presidential citations. But you know what? There's a hero here today. I want to thank him. That's Donnie for what you've done for my life to come back here. You don't know how much I love you for that, Donnie. This is a highlight for my life.
Bad man ever comes again, we're coming back to take care of you.
Keith, the boss of the beach, and I want to say we'll be back in a moment with more from Raymond. But this little segment here is Midway. Stay tuned. You'll love it.
Goes down in history as the pivotal battle in the Pacific in World War II, and it happened 79 years ago today. The Battle of Midway inflicted devastating damage on the Imperial Japanese fleet that rendered their carriers inoperable. It provided a huge morale boost to the weary American public, coming as it did just 6 months after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. It gave the United States hope. Today, the Navy paused to remember.
No words can fully capture the strength and courage of those individuals involved in this battle and the insurmountable victory. Yet it points to something very special about America, our unflinching resolve, and the unbreakable spirit of our nation.
Four Japanese aircraft carriers and a heavy cruiser were sunk. 248 Japanese airplanes were destroyed. More than 3,000 Japanese troops were killed, 10 times the amount of U.S. casualties.
American Veterans Alliance, WVET, onlineradio.com. Stay tuned. More from the Boss of the Beach at WVET, onlineradio.com.
What are your hobbies? Any interesting hobbies you do other than try to help veterans?
Well, I like history. I love military history. I'm a journalist. I write. I've authored a number of books. One's called Images of America, Cape Canaveral. I'm from Cape Canaveral. I love the rocket launches there. So I write a lot about history. I also like metal detecting. I like going on the beach and cleaning up the beach and getting rid of garbage, but also finding some spare change at the same time. So I like metal detecting. Geocaching is another fun hobby. I'm looking at some torpedoes over here. They're dummy torpedoes, by the way, but they're quite interesting. That's another thing is I'm from an aerospace family. My dad was in the Royal Air Force. So I got quite interested in different kind of machines, war machines that we had, and the technologies behind them, and the advancement in science.
Okay, for this park, what is your favorite display? I noticed that they have different areas for like the Civil War, Korean War, American-Spanish War, Vietnam, on through our current wars. Which one strikes the most interest in your heart?
That's a good question. I think they all have they all certainly have a particular interest. I mean, look at the helicopters are quite interesting too, but also I'm quite pleased to see that they're doing a women's military veterans memorial here too.
Cool.
And
where's that? I haven't seen that part.
It should be up in that region, just to the right of the. It's in the beginning stage, but I talked to the curator over in the. They're not open at the moment, by the way, but they do promise they will be open soon, and they said they're going to be doing a lot more, ceremonies with the women's memorial. Veterans Memorial, so that should be interesting. Something for Tampa to look forward to as well. Just recognizing everybody, the multi-diversity that we have in our workforces nowadays. I also, if it's okay, I wanted to mention a little bit about my luncheons. I think it's really important to provide people with things. So I have these little giveaways too. Okay. So I want to give you one of my giveaways from some of our carriers, if that's okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Here is a bag here, and this is from Humana. And it's a back scratcher.
Oh,
okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Everybody needs one of those. This is from my hometown. It's a deck of cards from Victory Casino.
Okay.
Okay. So that's a deck of cards. We got also this is a very popular item. This is a chip clip.
Chip clip.
Yep.
Okay.
That's from Humana.
All right.
And here's a little thing to put on your refrigerator. That holds different cards. You don't have to leave my card there, but you can do if you want.
Okay, excellent.
And this is also from Victor Casino.
Okay.
So I get these people are big in supporting veterans. Both of them are. Victor Casinos, they were very big and had a Memorial Day, and they provided veterans, a fun opportunity aboard the ship that sailed out of Port Canaveral. And of course, Humana is very big in helping veterans. They have a resource center here for healthy eating and feeding hungry vets, and helping people eat healthy so you can stay healthy. And so they're putting a lot of resources into our veteran community. And I'm an independent, so I'm an independent agent. I like to be an independent agent because I work for you. I work for my clients. I don't work for one particular carrier. So I represent like Cigna, and I represent Humana, Aetna, even United Healthcare. So whatever is the best plan. But these are some of the giveaways, so I try to bring giveaways to these luncheons so everybody can take away something and feel like they got a little more out of the session today.
Right. Okay, that's awesome. So do you have any other sponsors, or do you have a way where people can help fund what you're doing? Is it on the website?
They can visit my website, a1aresearch.com. Also, I have also called lowinsurancerates.xyz, which is experimental. And that's another thing I want to talk about too, is my groups is sharing my experience and knowledge with others and learning from them too, asking questions. A lot of people say, well, how do I get more hits to my website? How do I get more conversions? So we discuss those type of things at these luncheons. Is this social media package, is it worthwhile running a Facebook ad? I ran an ad today, actually. It's pretty good, but they take a little while to approve it, so you can't leave it too late. So we share like little techniques, how we can improve each other's businesses and give them good ideas and technologies and methods, especially methods. It's really important to having tried and true methods. And that's what I do with research. I do a lot of what is known as Google advanced searches. By using different keywords, you can find whether it's the right health insurance plan for somebody or it's the right, what kind of methods are coming out from marketing, a small business. So research, a1aresearch.com.
Excellent. So that's like a search engine optimization, is that?
Well, just not really. It's basically just my online profile, on the internet. There are tools there, yes, like a Google Advanced Search, which I suggest, because then you can get into like Boolean algebra searches and find out. And then also there's Google Analytics too. There's search engine optimizations that people visit. But I'm going beyond that too, because not only a lot of people don't get on computers, and they're the ones that need help. So I'm also exploring opportunities to do mail outs, fun mail outs, which will entertain people and give them some good stuff to take away in their gifts. So this will be sent to many homes of veterans and non-veterans throughout the Tampa and Hillsborough area.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate your time, and just to let you know, we are going to be adding your information to our website, and we'll get you in contact with our director, Mr. Waddell McGee, down in Miami, and see if we can start working together. If you have any future events, we can promote it for you. Because as veterans, we need to fight for each other.
Exactly
You're not in this alone, and we have a saying that we like to have everyone start using. We support vets too. If you're up to it, if you want to say that.
You got my back. Yeah, that's what I believe. I think that's one of the things that we learned in the military was working together, and getting the job done and having each other's back, so that, if there's a hostile or there's enemy or a competitor or whatever, that, you've got your buddies behind you and they've got you behind them. And that's what I like to do, is like with strategic alliances. And I want to thank you for coming out today and interviewing me. This is really quite a really nice surprise. That's really smart.
I haven't been to this particular park in a few years, and they've added a lot of displays. Would that be the
Yeah, and that's one of the ideal things about doing to a park. It helps waking the park up a little bit to the community. People say, well, I was driven by there and wondered what it was by. Come on by. It's got some really cool displays here, and hopefully the museum will be open up soon. So that's be another thing that'll be of interest to local residents from both Hillsborough and Tampa communities.
Okay.
The one behind me is the Rear Admiral Leroy, what's his last name? Hearns?
Collins?
Collins, yeah. Collins Veteran Museum. Always good stuff in there. I'm looking for, being a Navy person myself, I'm looking for some ships. And I want to find a good model of some ships. When I was a kid, I was brought up doing model making. I made this model of a Bismarck. It was a German ship. It was kind of the pride of the German Navy.
What ship were you on when?
I was on I was in submarine support. I was in the submarine tender in the Mediterranean, and I lived I was stationed at a place called La Maddalena, and we used to frequent Napoli and Roma. Those are the Italian names for it quite often. So I did nice tour runs throughout the Mediterranean and the Sixth Fleet. But I really enjoyed those years in the Navy. Really did. learned a lot. Worked in a multicultural community, the workforce, and saw the world a bit, and learned some good skills too.
Excellent. Well, again, I want to thank you for letting us interview you, Mr. Raymond Osborne, and this.
Yeah, my text number is 321-345-1715. And my toll-free number is 888-716.
Okay.
So let me repeat that again. 888-716-2153. Thank you.
Thank you again, Raymond. You have a great day.
Likewise.
Well, we have had a wonderful day. Of course, it gets better and better. And for all of you all who are in the St. Pete, Tampa area, tune in on your car radio, on your phone, on your laptop, on your tablet, St. Pete Radio, and 96.7 FM. And the program you're listening to is Voice for Vets on WVETOnlineradio.com. And as we close out this day, we're going to leave you with one of our rocking tunes, Stone Gray, What Are We Fighting For? And they're a local group. They're here. When you see their name, please enjoy the best in rock music. Keith, the boss of the beach, saying over and out. Welcome to Paradise.
This deep dark hole and what's inside, filled with plans gone awry, shattered bones, broken homes. Can we ever survive? Before we call it, can we make it through another night? We turn the red, white, and blue into black and white. We've been down this road before, and when we're waiting for the high tides to be out of sight, we'll pull the trigger on the gun 'cause we're out of time. This all fell to the floor. So what are we fighting for? We carried ourselves for miles, stopped in the tracks now for a while. I hope this week we feel the heat. Can we ever survive? Before we got it, can we make it through another night? We turn the red, white, and blue into black and white. We've been down this road before, and when we're waiting for the high tide to be out of sight, we'll pull the trigger on the gun 'cause we're out of time. This all fell to the floor. So what are we fighting for? Can we survive? Before we call it, can we make it